What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, February 10th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are for today. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up at No House Advantage to get up to $25 on your first deposit. And don't forget, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, NBA trade deadline show. I'm breaking it all down for like 2 hours. That's going to have a big impact on the things we're talking about in this video. We're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Jalen Brunson, Giannis, Cade Cunningham if he plays, Kyrie Irving, and Alec Burks on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, I'm looking at Desmond Bane, shooting guard, small forward eligible, 6K, projected for 33. The goal is 45, and he is in the optimal lineup 22% of the time. I'm giving him 32 minutes. Maybe that should be 31, but he's about a fantasy point per minute guy right now with no Dillon Brooks on the floor. 22% usage, 18.5 points, 5.5 boards, 3 assists, and 2 stocks in a mild pace up spot against a not very good Detroit team who may be without their best player, second best player, both their... I mean, in theory, they could be without Cade Cunningham tonight for injury. If you want to call him their best player already, I'm fine with it. And Jerami Grant, who could potentially get traded today, one of the biggest names on the docket. So this is a fantastic spot for Bane. I like the positional flexibility. I think you should go there. At number 4, I'm looking to pay up for Luka Doncic, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 11,200, projected for 60. The goal is 71. He is in the optimal lineup 26% of the time. I gave him 36 minutes. He's just a different player with no Porzingis and no Hardaway. 1.68 FanDuel points per minute in this spot. 39% usage, 31.5 real points, 11.5 rebounds, and if we round it up, 10 assists, which means I have Luka Doncic projected for a triple-double today, plus 2 stocks. Pace neutral against the Clippers. It's a good defense from the Clippers. They're ultra switchable, but we've seen Luka give the Clippers problems before, and that's with no Paul George on the floor, so I think he's going to be fine. Make sure you're paying up for Luka. He is the highest ceiling option for today. We've got a 3-way tie at the top for the number 1 spot, but we're going to start it with Jerami Grant, and caveat here is we don't know if he plays today, and we don't know if he's on the Pistons by the end of the day, but we will know that by the time we get to lock. Power forward eligible, just 5,200. He has not been good since he's been back, but that's not a big worry for me. Projected for 33. The goal is 41. He's in the optimal lineup 28% of the time. I gave him 32 minutes. He's a fantasy point per minute guy, and that's with Cade in. If Cade happens to be out and Grant is still on the Pistons, he'll look even better. 19 points, 5 boards, 2.5 assists, and 2 stocks, but a big-time pace up spot against the Memphis Grizzlies. The Pistons will gain 2.4 possessions over their average. I want to take advantage of that if Grant is still in Detroit. At number 2, we're going to Fred VanVleet like we normally do. Point guard eligible, 8,500, projected for 44.5. The goal is 57.5, and he's in the optimal lineup 28% of the time. 38 minutes for VanVleet, 1.15 fantasy points per minute, 22, 8, and 5 in a pace-up spot against Houston. They gain 2.5 possessions, so that's like an extra fantasy point for Fred VanVleet. And Houston's defense, not very good, particularly when they're going to play Şengün alongside of Christian Wood. This is an incredible spot for Toronto. It's not just Fred VanVleet that I want, but it's definitely Fred VanVleet as my primary Raptor. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are. Go sign up at No House Advantage using the promo code Awesemo, and then join me for the NBA trade deadline show at 1:30 on the Awesemo.com YouTube channel. We close it out with my number 1 contender, and that is Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm sure people don't want to hear it, but point guard eligible, 5,700, projected for 36. The goal is 43.5. That's why he's interesting. 28% of the time he's in the optimal lineup. I got him in at 31 minutes. 1.2 or just shy of 1.2 fantasy points per minute. In all of these games, without Bradley Beal on the floor, Spencer Dinwiddie has a 25% usage rate, a 30% plus assist rate. I got him in for 17, 8, and 5.5 here with a stock against a Brooklyn team that has been absolutely dreadful for the past 2 weeks. Doesn't look like we're going to see James Harden here. It does look like, well, it doesn't look like. We should have Kyrie Irving here because it's a road game. I'm going straight back to Dinwiddie because he's just different with no Bradley Beal. And for today, at 5,700, we're not going to see this price for long. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, February 10th. DraftKings version of this video is around here somewhere. Check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We're back again to close out the work week tomorrow with another edition of the Contenders.